Fuel print on demand, good or junk? Let's find out in this video. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. If we don't know each other, my name is Kerry, and we created this channel to bring you the best strategies, secrets, and hacks to grow your online business. And today, we're doing our second in-depth print-on-demand provider review. We're going to be going through a ton of stuff about Fuel print-on-demand today, and we're also going to be opening a t-shirt that I ordered directly from Fuel to actually look at the quality and see what that's like. So I'm going to be giving you my in-depth breakdown. No bias, I'm not considering any prior information that I know about Fuel or that I've heard about Fuel. We're just gonna go off everything we have today. If you were looking into it and looking at all the facts on their website and also ordered some samples from them, what can you expect? And that's what we're gonna go through today. By the way, if you wanna watch our in-depth review of Teelaunch, I'm gonna link that right here for you to go check out. So what do we know about Fuel Print on Demand? Well, Fuel is a print-on-demand company in the Shopify App Store, and they're owned by Scalable Press. Scalable Press, I guess, is their kind of parent company. And I believe Scalable Press is using the Fuel brand inside the Shopify App Store. Some of the pros I can see of Fuel Print-on-Demand just right on the surface is they've got really low prices to start. You get a 30-day free trial or a 50-order trial, whatever comes first, of their lowest pricing. And this makes it right off the bat a great potential option for people just starting out looking at the pricing, which we'll dive into here in a second. Another pro is they still have pretty low cost after that trial expires. They have some of the lowest prices in the industry. So let's dive into their website and I'll kind of show you what I mean. This is the Fuel website, and as we scroll down, you can kind of see some of the things that they're touting here on their website. Lowest prices, fast shipping, quick turnaround times, some of the top brand names. They've got a lot of different things here to show you how it works, that kind of thing. When we click on the products and pricing, it actually pulled up a spreadsheet. It's not the most friendly way to see the pricing, but it works nonetheless. And what you're going to see here is you're going to see the intro pricing, which again is crazy when you talk about you can get a Gildan shirt for $3. There's no way they can be making money off of these intro pricing. But for the first 30 days or your first 50 orders, you get this intro price. You can see the Bella and Canvas, my favorite, always the 3001C. Get that for $5. That's less than half of some of the other print-on-demand providers. And even when the intro pricing expires and you go up to this $8 charge, that's freaking cheap for the Bella and Canvas 3001. So I got to give them their kudos there. Now, as we scroll through here, you'll see what selection that they have. And, you know, they have hats, which is great, embroidered hats. You can see that here. That's always an awesome thing to have. Mugs, bags, iPhone cases, and Samsung cases, which is interesting. And they have posters. So they do have, I would say they have the top products, but they don't have a huge product selection. That would be under my list of cons, is they have a pretty small product selection. If you're wanting to sell t-shirts, you want to sell hoodies, long sleeves, that kind of thing, it's going to work great. And you can even add in some hats, some mugs, some cool stuff. But overall, in comparison to some of the other print-on-demand providers, they have a relatively small product selection. So that would be a minor con here. Okay, it took a little digging, but we're looking at the shipping costs. So here we've got this little table. You can see shirts, long sleeve tanks, beanies, totes, phone cases. First item within the USA, they're going to charge you $4. That's pretty good, and that's pretty on point with most print-on-demand providers. Second item within the USA, $1. So if your customer adds an additional item to the order, it's only $1. And you can see their international shipping. This is really good too. $6 international, $3 on those items. When we move into hats, mugs, posters, it's going to go up to $5 and still $1 additional. We go to sweatshirts and hoodies. It's going to go up to $6 and $2 for additional items. And I'm going to say another pro, shipping cost, really, really good for Fuel. I think this is great shipping cost. Another quick pro in my experience with Fuel of just, again, unbiased, they have a really great app. And in my experience of using a ton of different print-on-demand apps, their app is great. It's very, very easy, very user-friendly. And so I think that's another pro for them. Okay, let's move into some cons. And really, there's not a lot of them on the surface. Now, stay tuned because in a minute, we're actually going to open and unbox a t-shirt from Fuel so we can look at the print quality. And we're also going to compare that against our shirt from Teelaunch that we did in our last review so you can see the difference between Fuel and Teelaunch in the colors and the print and the size and all that kind of stuff. But for right now on the surface, the biggest con that I see with Fuel is that they just have a small product selection, and it's really not that bad. They still have some good stuff. So small product selection, that's really the only con that I can see on the surface here. It's a little difficult on their website to find some of the information. You got to kind of go dig, but that's not really a big deal. I don't even think I could list that as a con. So on the surface here, low cost to get started. The intro pricing is amazing. Even the pricing after that is amazing. Great app. I mean, it looks really great here on the surface. So let's go ahead and unbox the t-shirt and we'll see how it stacks up. Hey, real quick, if you're enjoying this video, would you mind leaving us a like? That helps us get this video out to more people, and it tells the YouTube algorithm that we have really good content here, and they'll show it to more people for us. And I also want to ask you to consider subscribing to our channel. If you enjoy this video, we have a ton more like it, and we talk about print on demand and t-shirts all the time and put out new videos every single Tuesday, so make sure you subscribe. Okay, so we got our package here from Fuel with my Take Imperfect Action t-shirt in it. It's got white and red ink. It's on a black Bella and canvas shirt, and it's from my Kerry Egeler merch store. If you want to check it out, it's merch.kerryegeler.com. You can check out my products there. So before I open that, we have our Take Imperfect Action tee. This is the same tee. This is from Teelaunch, which we showed in a prior review. So I'm going to be unboxing this Fuel shirt and comparing it to the quality there on the Teelaunch. Now, one more thing before I do this, I do want to tell you about the shipping times. Now, as I said in the Teelaunch review, this shirt was also ordered on 12/22/2020, right in the middle of the holiday season. So I ordered it just a couple days before Christmas. So this is kind of you can look at it two ways. This is good because it's going to show you what their holiday shipping times were like, and bad because it's not going to be an accurate representation of how fast they ship during the regular part of the year. And I think, overall, the reflection here of slow shipping is more on the shipping carriers, UPS, USPS, during the holiday season, and less on the print-on-demand providers. But nonetheless, you're going to get a picture of what the holiday season kind of shipping looks like. So I ordered this t-shirt on 12/22. It shipped on 12/24 on Christmas Eve. So they had a crew in there on Christmas Eve, and this shipped in less than 48 hours from Fuel. So again, another huge pro. I got to give them their props. 48-hour turnaround time, 3 days before Christmas. That is crazy, okay? Ordered 3 days before Christmas. Now, this is where it gets tricky. It was delivered to me on January 4th, and that was 13 days from order to being delivered at my house. Now, again, Fuel did their part. They shipped it out in 48 hours, but because USPS was so backed up for the holiday season, it just took a little bit of time to get to me. Okay, here we go. I'm going to unbox or open this t-shirt, this little poly mailer, and you're going to get my initial reaction. You can see here it has not been opened. It is sealed. So you're going to get my initial reaction, whether good or bad. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what we got in the package. Let's see, is there anything else in there? It's like there's nothing else in there. No label or anything inside of there. No packing slip other than the shirt. Here we go. Okay, so let's put that to the side. All right, so first impressions here. You can see, I'm not looking at it yet, but you can see that there's the Bella and canvas tag. Now, they have this little additional sticker here, which, I don't know. Doesn't really matter, okay? So let's look at the t-shirt. I'm going to hold it up. We'll see what we got here. Okay. Boom. There you go. Taking perfect action. That's what we got. Okay. So I'm going to flip this around. Hold that close for a second. But I'm going to flip this around, and I'm going to give you my impression here. It doesn't always come through on camera. So I'm going to give you my impression. And I'm also going to tell you, comparatively speaking to what I've seen with print on demand, other print on demand providers, and I'm going to speak to how it stacks up against Teelaunch. I can already tell there's quite a bit of difference here. So the first thing I'm going to say about this is kind of stinky. The first thing I'm going to say is this is a bright red and it looks orange. I don't know if that's coming across on camera, but this looks like orange, just straight up pretty bright orange. Okay. That's a con for me. That's orange and the design is bright red. So that's a con. The second thing I would say here is this looks to be definitely too low on the t-shirt. It's really big, which I like. It might even be a little crooked. I mean, I'm going to kind of hold it up and look at it, but it's probably not crooked. I think it's pretty straight, but it's really low. You can see here that from the collar here, try to hold that up. It's just a lot of space down there. Now, I know when I created this product, I did not include that much space. So, I think the color is off, which they may kind of debate you on that if you tell them the color is off. But it does look orange, and the print is too low. So not awesome in that regard. I can't say I'm super satisfied with that. One thing I would say is really great is even though it's orange, it looks really good. This print looks really good. I mean, it's really solid. This is close to what screen print looks like, and I might get some backlash in the comments like that for saying that. But these colors look really good. I mean, I know the color's off, but it looks really good. The white looks really good. The imperfect and all of this looks really solid. And so next, I want to compare to the Teelaunch. So here's what I would also say, guys. And I said this in the Teelaunch review. I think most customers would be pretty satisfied with what they've got here. I don't think that you would have a lot of complaints with this. Now, I mean, maybe. I mean, it's a little low, so I can't say that I'm super satisfied with this one, but I still think it's okay. It's okay in the grand scheme of things. I'm not going to say this is really bad. I've seen a lot worse. But what's going to be really interesting is stacking it up to the Teelaunch so you can kind of see the differences in this print quality, Okay, so I've got these kind of folded up and kind of looking similar here so that you can kind of see them first in front of me, but then I'm going to hold them up to the camera for you. So what you're going to notice is, and I will hold them up for you, but what you're going to notice is, number one, the fuel print is much, much bigger. I mean, it's considerably bigger, and this is the exact same file, and I placed them on the shirts as close as I could to each other. I was expecting them to be much similar in their size. The main thing that you're going to notice here when you look at these two is how much duller the Teelaunch is, the Teelaunch shirt is in colors and print, as opposed to the fuel t-shirt. Okay, so I'm gonna hold these up and you can kind of look at those and see what you think. So again, what you were just looking at is Teelaunch here and fuel here. Okay, so I know what your next question is. Your next question is, Kerry, which one do you like better? Which one would you take out of these two? And guys, I want you to stay tuned for future print-on-demand reviews because I'm going to be continuing to stack them up as I get more shirts in. I'm going to order the same shirt. So we're going to find out who's the best. And then at the end, I'm going to put out a video where we compare the quality between all of them. And I'm not going to wash them. I'm not going to do anything to them. I'm just going to keep them exactly like they are. So we got Teelaunch here, fuel here. This might be controversial for some because I know what you guys are thinking is that fuel is so much brighter and the print is a lot better. But I'm going to be honest with you. I would take the Teelaunch if it were me. I'm going to tell you why. Number one, the print size, even though smaller, it's still really good. It's still a good size on this. Number two, the design is red. And even though this color is duller, it's more accurate because the colors on the design were red. So, just this looks so good. This print looks really good, but the color is just so off. And the placement on this Teelaunch shirt is perfect. It's exactly where I would want the design as opposed to the fuel where the placement is really low. So I would take the Teelaunch t-shirt, but some of you guys may say the Fuel was better. And so, I can't speak as much to the consistency because we might order this shirt again from Fuel, and it might be a closer match on color, and the sizing and placement might be better. So I can't speak to the consistency, but I think between these two, I would give the slight nod to Teelaunch on this one, even though the colors are quite a bit duller. That's what I would go with. Okay, so final thoughts on Fuel. I think Fuel is great here. I think they're great. Now, the big exception is I'm not super pleased with this t-shirt. I would say about this t-shirt, the big pro I would say about their print is, again, this print looks so good. It looks really, really great. The color is just off, and the placement is off. So this really isn't going to fly with me. So I have to give them a kind of a zonk there. I think so many other things are good about Fuel. Again, we've covered the intro pricing and their pricing in general, the shipping costs, great app. I mean, I think all around you're going to have a pretty good experience with Fuel. Most people will have a pretty good experience, and most customers, again, they're probably not going to be mad about what they've got here because the print quality does look very good. But in my opinion, it's not the best print-on-demand t-shirt quality that I have seen as far as print and size and position and all that kind of stuff. Hey, if you are not currently selling with print-on-demand, I want to highly recommend that you take a look at Shopify for your e-commerce platform. They will host your entire website, all your products, all your orders, and they have over 246 print-on-demand providers in the Shopify App Store that you can partner up with and use their products and use their facilities and their staff to print and ship your items for you. It is the best and fastest way to get started and get up and running if you're wanting to start selling online and making money online. And you can get a 14-day free trial by just going over to shirtschool.com/Shopify. If you enjoyed this review today, we would highly appreciate it if you used our affiliate link, but I do want to fully disclose that is an affiliate link and you don't have to use it. But we would love it if you got your 14-day free trial to Shopify with our link, shirtschool.com/Shopify. Get your store up and running. Get started selling with print on demand, and we'll see you next week.